We're back now, all live at 5.
And our dear friend Melanie Lawson is here with us.
Well, you guys, first of all, thank you so much for letting me hog a little space here. I appreciate it. But I have some pretty personal news that I wanted to share with all of you. I first walked through the doors of ABC13 in 1974 as an intern, a college student thrilled just to work at the station my family watched for most of my life. In fact, my first time on the air was a mistake. I shadowed a reporter several times, and while we were covering a drowning, I said, "Can I ask a couple of questions and get some information from the police?" He said, "Sure." I came back, wrote up the story, got it edited, and handed it in to my producer. He naturally assumed I'd been cleared by the news director. I had not, but he put it on TV without asking anyone else. Well, when the story hit the air, the news director came screaming down the hall. Oh my goodness, look at that shot. He wasn't happy, but he said the story wasn't too bad, and he let me stick around for a while. Amazingly enough, that was more than 40 years ago. I did take a detour to law school and did about a 3-year stint practicing law in New York, but it didn't come close to the sense of satisfaction I felt every day at ABC13. So I realized my heart was not in writing legal briefs, it was in telling your stories. Stories about the things that as Houstonians matter to you and your families. And as the world got more complex, the work we do here each day is even more important, keeping you informed, fighting for your rights, and making you proud about the city we all love so much. Now, I am so blessed to have worked with incredible professionals, some of whom are sitting right here, people you could never forget, like the team I call the Fab Four, or Fab Five, I should say. Dave Ward, Sheriff Fryer, Bob Allen, Ed Brandon, and of course the one and only Marvin Zindler. We miss him so much. I have seen so many brilliant professionals follow in their footsteps over the decades, becoming part of the legacy of this incredible news station. And I've been blessed to cover so many extraordinary events here. Hurricanes, floods, shocking murders and sensational trials, nail-biting elections and inaugurations, racial divisions and jaw-dropping and peaceful marches, and all the things that make this city so unique. The rodeo, the art cars, and who can forget our World Series and Rockets victory parades, right, Eric? Those were some of my most personal favorites. Well, it is time now to enjoy life in a different way as I focus on my loved ones and my next chapter. But I am not done at ABC13 just yet. I will step away from the anchor desk at the end of January. But until then, I have a few stories I still want to share with you. Being here at ABC13 is a path I have not walked by myself. My wonderful partner in life, John Guess, has been the rock from whom I am eternally grateful. He has been with me through ups and downs, and now we look forward to some new adventures together. My late father and mother had an incredible love story that helped not only our family and our church, but their important work in civil and human rights that helped change this city forever. And of course, I cannot thank my family enough. My wonderful sisters are here, my nieces and nephews, and extended family members who've all come along for this wild ride. I also cannot say enough about my church, Wheeler Avenue Baptist Church, and our senior pastor, Dr. Marcus D. Cosby. Their support is truly the ultimate blessing. I've been fortunate enough to have a front row seat to history in ways I never could have imagined. That bright-eyed, eager, curious intern never knew she would get to interview presidents, movie stars, newsmakers, and folks just like us from all walks of life. When I first came to Channel 13, there were only a very few women and just a handful of Black, brown, and Asian staffers. But now we reflect our wonderfully diverse city. I've had the privilege of telling your stories, the tragedies and triumphs, the stories that have shaped the very fabric of who we are here in Houston. And I cannot begin to thank Channel 13 and my bosses and coworkers for all they've done for me. While I was gone for so many months, they checked on me regularly. They showed up in droves for my father's funeral. In fact, I wasn't really sure who was back at the station covering the news that day. But since now I have to use a wheelchair, they built a ramp for me to use. And whatever harebrained story ideas I may have, they try to make it accommodating for me. I have made friends here that will last a lifetime, and I am so grateful for them. I love them all very, very much. Now, that light that shines to tell your stories, right the wrongs, and hold people accountable shines on here at ABC 13. There is just so much in our future, my friends, as Houston grows and we continue to thrive together. But I hope I've been able to tell your stories and the news in general with honesty and integrity, asking the questions you would ask and getting the answers that you deserve. Most of all, I hope I've been a good example for younger journalists and storytellers that the world is not as big or scary as it might seem, and that we are definitely more alike than different in this city of so many cultures and languages. That sometimes, if you do the work, you hand it in, they might just put you on TV. Now, the bad news is you're stuck with me for a little longer, so nobody gets to call dibs on my desk just yet, and you know who you are. We have so much more to share in the coming weeks and months. And I also have to say, our viewers, just the best in the world, period.